Now I'm taking it on the Bro SD card 8.782 gigs, which is 8 terabytes, 782 gigabytes. Either solid state drive or SD card, you know what I mean? Alright. Oof, there's those knuckles. Oh, I've always felt that on the side of my cheek, like it's nipping your cheekbone. Oh, you know, clearing the knuckles are clearing like close to your eye socket, and that hook. That's the throw too. There's two hooks that he does in close. It's either that or it's the uppercut, because he does a short uppercut in close, and that hook. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out which is the throw. All right. Yeah, this is the Bro that's on. His goal is better than mine, so you know. Oosh. I rather play the Bro here because he does basics. You know, I'm not saying it's because it's easy to get past or anything like that. No, it's just straightforward. You know, because it's good to have a good solid basic structure. Oosh, hit the side of the boot. Ouch. See, it's not that hectic for me. Like, he's pressuring me. See, that's mean. So we know, damn, I don't want to give away one of my secret weapons, how to beat it. But that roundhouse punch can defeat the Blooming Hurricane. And now I'm thinking which one it is. But to be honest, I think, yeah, because I'm doing only hard Hurricane, I don't ever think I really do middle Hurricane too much. It's mostly hard Hurricane to attack with. And I better start using middle and small Hurricane. But I think I'm just experimenting with that. But yeah, we've got to... Because some of these are mean with your distancing, eh? I kicked his haircut. Hey? Ooh, that's blocking that. Wow. There, yep. Ooh, yeah. There's your one, brother. Oosh. All right. Why was that little punt? Oh, maybe I thought he was going to jump in. Ooh, nice blade. See, the quick blade goes up really fast, right? And you come down quick, you know. It's time you just see it like quick, because it's not that strong when it's quick, and then when it leaves you open to be swept. Oosh. Yeah, I needed that one, brother. I keep forgetting, like, see? So, is it the strong? So, the middle dragon for me is the most comfortable dragon to go through a fireball or a sonic boom, because it's less timing you need for it. But the problem is the distancing of how close you're going to come to the other player. Oosh. Ooh, fucking trading. See, that was silly by me. But I thought he was going to Sonic because, you know, it had a little blood. So this is, yeah, big ups to the Bro. I'm not making fun of you, my bro. I reckon your name's mean. It's these, you know, such and such. But yeah, I like it because it represents tech, eh? Solid state drives, you know, run your systems really quick. And the beginning of the the standard hard drive now inside a computer, especially laptops that can run and do some aggressive stuff with the software and games and stuff and hardware. It's pretty dope. And SD card that size, which you could probably get, but see, a SD card that size is an actual hard drive, you know. So a solid state drive, where it was an analog one or a digital one, you know, you could probably make that size 8 terabytes. Then an SD card is smaller because, you know, some of the laptop drives are almost like microprocessor size. It's just wicked. I'm just probably just making up, going off my head with the technology that's available to make this type of hardware, but you know, yeah, it's still. So you know, I'm just saying, your name's pretty cool and it can represent something else. You know what I mean? Because you could even have RAM sticks with that size or whatever you probably need, but it's just out of it where the technology's gone now. Like, yeah. Oh yeah, that's all I'm saying, my bro. And I'm at the moment. Oh, cheers for the game too. Yeah, and you're a pretty good player. Your goal's better than mine. And now I'm taking on. So I'm taking on D28 now, and he's up 1. Oh yeah, and you reminded me that you could do first to 2. You know, maybe that's a quick way to level up. You know, get in there and flash the games on first to 2. Kind of like MBJ ranks. Was it MBJ ranks? Whoosh. Nice blade. Whoosh, that throws me. Ooh. Right, lucky. I was right in the face. I was about to do something, but I would have got jabbed in the head. It's hard case because my camera, if I move it, it struggles to focus in and out, eh? Oosh. See, now there. See that? See that? See all this? Now, forget about that uppercut. You can come close and do that. See, he's not throwing. Oh, yeah. And this is to compensate because I can't drag in the bottom of that sole, on their boot. So, or dragging things coming towards me. You know? So I'm trying to compensate for a lot of things, you know, that are a basis of, you know, the dynamics or structure of play. I'm not trying to sound like a bloody, you know, mega intelligent guy or whatever, blooming analyzation guy, but I'm just trying to, you know, to lay out, you know, try and crunch all the information in order to process how to become better, quicker. Hey, see, there goes the short uppercut. He done the short uppercut. And it's pretty out of it if someone plays with everybody, like if you played so many days with somebody, like certain players or so many days, I think definitely you'll get overall better at playing because, man, the dynamics of having to do the moves. Yeah, so there was the bro before. Sorry, I forgot who was playing before because I was just editing the video. But yeah, this fella's got a hard case name. It reminds me of an old school Real Boy, eh? So his nickname was Stonefist. Well, from certain people from the hood. Hey, he's one of the champs at Rowendale shops. Yeah, because that's where I used to see his younger brother and maybe one of their brothers. You know, don't know the bros that well, but I went to school with their younger brother. So yeah, but I used to see them maybe sometimes up at Wordsworth, or not Wordsworth, but in Rowandale shops. You know, that's where World Warrior was. Yeah, yeah, and I like the story. That's when I saw them throwing up cup of tea. They always would. Some of them will be going cup of tea, like before they're going to do the freeze or the stance on each other. See, on that video, the fight just before, it was fuzzy because I think I might have to turn the light off behind me. You know, because I'm recording this on the phone, and the phone will try to adjust to the light. You know, that's probably coming through the lens and cameras and stuff like that. It's pretty funny. Oh yeah, so the bro I'm talking about, old Stonefish, he wouldn't have played like this. What I'm just saying, that Stonefish name reminds you of him. Hey, because he was pretty feared as a young fella back in the day for me, hearing some of the stories about what he did or was able to do. You know? Yeah. This is like some of the names people get, eh? But the notorious ones, and they got a, you know, they have a bit of comedy in them, but it's serious. There's a bit of seriousness behind it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I met one of the I met the younger brother in high school, eh? Yeah. The bro was pretty cool. Damn it. Yeah, but their guile was next to none, eh? It was pretty good. Yeah, so I was saying, you know, the boys up at Rowandale shops, their guiles were mean, eh? I only remember them using guile. You know, at the times they would play. Yeah. And Ryu. I'll be using Ryu if I ever got the game, got a jam with them. And I think they would be using Guile and Ken, but definitely blimmin' Golden Stance, or Stance, Golden Stance, Invisible, and definitely blanking the game. But the crack up one is freeze the game, hey, freeze the game and just walk away, and you have to go ask the shopkeeper to turn it off. But it's pretty cool if, you know, the older boys of that caliber left you to the game and then, you know, had enough or finished their jam, smashing the machine up. And then they, you know, blank the game or freeze the game. And then, you know, they're like, yeah, cruise off. Then you go get the shopkeeper to turn the game off. And then you pretty much got it to yourself because, you know, that crew left. You know what I mean? Usually, that's where the boys that probably owned, you know, maybe that part of town or that shops or that spacey machine. And then you got funny things coming in, like putting the 20 cents up on the screen. I gotta look up the other shop that I saw that happening. Yeah. So I'm gonna verse Gizzy, Welly, Marae Nui. So yeah, that was a pretty good game from Stonefish. Tooth. Yeah, almost missed it. I like going big screen, eh? Yeah, so Stonefish was first to two, and yeah, it was a good game. Who was he playing as? Real Kenny. Sorry, bros. No, I'm just trying to keep up with memories and put something out there, eh? Huh. Now I'm confusing, eh? I'm wondering what this person's doing, eh? Because when someone usually look at that straight away, yep, there we go. Something's happening now. Now, I'm not talk. I don't talk. I don't, try sound like a pro, eh? But when I talk like two of the nephews, try to get them up to speed with, after I started getting into Street Fighter, right? After like when I saw like the Street Fighter page being made, or Reminisce holding the tournaments and the boys in there. So yeah, when I saw that, because that's the first tournament I've been at, was at the Tap, what was it, Tap Factory or something, eh? So yeah, I was buzzing out. That was me. So I really wanted to make that tournament, but certain things, eh? Anyway, so I was like, yeah, here's the time to, probably get into a bit of Street Fighter. And, two of the nephews come visiting from Raro. Sorry, Manaya, but anyway. And I taught them how to, some groovy moves with the PlayStation 5 controller. Was it 5? Yeah, I think it was on 5. With the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. And we were playing... I'm sure we were playing... Because with the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection on PlayStation 5, it's the one where you can choose... When you can choose probably Champions Edition character all the way up to Super Street Fighter. Right? So Hyper Fighter's in there somewhere, but it's confusing which one. But yeah, I don't want to go into that because it's like something. I made a mistake with the editing, but it's okay. But I'm going to say this is an unranked match, right? And this is half an hour long. I jam with the bro here. So Gizzy, Welly, Marae Nui. I hope I'm pronouncing my Māori correctly, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to, mess with that, mispronouncing that stuff. But anyway, so this isn't good. If it's half an hour long, he's starting off with Honda. Well, we'll see. Because I was just going to say, I thought, he was a beginner type thing. But then, he starts picking up the pace, eh? Now, that was a crossover with the belly splash. So, seeing as this is half an hour long, oh, man, what I might do, I'll record the whole lot because I need it in my collection. But I think I might just let it roll and record the whole 35 minutes because, man, I need to crack on and get this done because I want the editing, so I'll be pausing it in that. So, yeah, I'm going to have to pause it and try cut it down because at the moment it's at 1 minute 20. And this is our first game. And this is the second one. See, so I'm with my recording. See, it's got to focus. Damn, it's out of focus, me moving it. I don't want to ruin the bro's recording neither because, I've got to have respect for the person I'm playing and try and make it as clear as possible, the footage. But I'll try to clean it up, somehow. There, see, it cleaned itself up there. I might turn off the light at the back of me and see what happens. Now, the more I interact with you guys and your characters, I start getting, getting clued on to what's happening, eh? Ooh, see, that was a crossover. I think this is where I start learning crossovers with Honda. Yeah, I'm going to say sorry to some of the boys out there. I would record you taking on the computer sometimes, but, even though sometimes most of the times you make short work of the computer and do the mean crossovers like that, but I got to save space, and try and get the editing on, you know what I mean? Because I'm pushing pause after every 2 rounds one. I pause it so I don't get the continue screen. Because I used to pause it between rounds, the bro's gonna win this, and then I'll pause the video now when the score comes, because I'm getting distracted. I'm getting distracted watching 2 screens because I'm doing this on the phone, because I got no hardware to do screen capture. Or footage capture, there was software to do that, for video editing. I don't know how I won that, But anyway, so unless the bro gave me the round, that kick is wicked, man, from your Honda. They can hit you twice, make you dizzy after certain things. So yeah, I would record you guys smashing the computer, because you make short work of them, eh? Just as short work you do, but challenging me. But see, right now I have to pause it, and I push record when the plane flies in, so I can get round 1, because I don't want to cut it too close, because I can't be editing too much of these videos, eh? Because if I had the space or a camera, I might get my old camera out that uses is it the tapes or the discs? I think it's the disc, the old Handycam. Yeah, go look for our Handycam camera, and then use that to record, because even though it's old school tech, it'll still probably be clear and flexible, because using my phone, man, I think it's going to kill. I think I'm killing my battery. But oh well, it is what it is. And this Zangief's bad. Yeah, so I'm just trying to, so I'll pause it now. So the plane just flew in, see, because even if I cut out the versing screen too, I'm only cutting out so many seconds, So it's adding up, because now, I don't know how many fights. I think we've had 3 fights, and I'm on 5.5 minutes or 6 minutes. Yeah, and this video is gonna the whole how the website Cade captures your fights anyway. Have captured this one. It's 35 minutes. So yeah, and there's long waits in between games, if you want to get in there and go hard, especially against the pros, because the pros, they just want to get in there and just mash them, or grind, And yeah, you got to be, man, it's just a wild ride, eh? It takes a lot out of you, trying to jam like this, fresh off the boat. Eh? Straight off the bus from Ibiza, or going to Ibiza, Zale. Alright. Zangief's round. I just paused it in between rounds then, but then that makes it more risk to get the footage to go blurry. So if you see it going clear on some of the videos, and then it goes blurry, and it's moving, or the camera's moving, it's because I'm pushing record and pause on my phone. Because I've only got 40 gigs on my phone out of 128. Yeah. So out of 128 gigs, I've got 40. And that was 3 hours or 2 hours ago. That's why I'm trying to cut down on the minutes of recording. So if I'm at 7 minutes now, right now, of recording, and I've had probably like 5, is this the 6th fight or something like that, or round about there, I'm doing quite well because I'm cutting out so many minutes. And if I make a mistake, I have to go and edit whatever I have to edit. And if it's big chunks of footage, it takes a while for the phone to process it, yeah? So that could be 10 to 20 minutes, or 5 to 10 to 15, 20 minutes to do my editing, and that's just to cut out certain mistakes, right? And then when you're doing editing like that, it duplicates what you're cutting up and editing, eh? So you have to go back and go, hang on, wait, pause. Yeah, I did that all right. So you have to go back, like I was saying, you have to go into the trash or delete the copies you've made, the stuff you don't want after you've cut it all up. It goes to the trash, go into the trash, empty the trash so you can get that space back. But you're still adding, you know what I mean? You're still adding space, but you're trying to condense it as best possible. And this is me again, probably complaining, but hey, it is what it is. But this is all on a budget, eh? I'm not going out buying dope gear, because sometimes you can make other gear inadequate by using the cheap stuff, you know what I mean? Because some of us are still poor South Auckland boys, right? Trying to do things on a budget, you know what I mean? Just being inventive or creative, you know, because there's a lot of dudes out there with not much funding or not much experience, not much resources, and they're still hitting hard with their, you know, their media skills, you know what I mean? Oh, sorry, and this is the bro using Zangief. That was a crossover with the belly splash, like the Honda. Look at that, man. It's classic. So when I first saw the older boys using Zangief, I think I might start pushing round 1, but then that might take too long for the camera to focus. But at the moment, just cutting it back like this. Yeah. But yeah, so do it. So watching how you guys play reminds me of the old school fellas, like the 77s or the 78s. I'm just saying 77s because I met the bro Alex like in the last solo jam. So yeah, so you know, all the 77 or 70s era players that had the opportunity to play these games when they first came out, or around the time they were coming out or first came out. Yeah, their play style, you'll see their play styles. Ooh. Because it was reminiscent of one of the other boys, they were saying that the Yanks play similar. They got a signature in how they play too. Look at that, all the way through my fireballs. Look, and I jump in, try hard kick, and get killed. That was fast forward. I almost missed that. That skip. Anyway, I should have recorded that Zangief and Blanca, but then I just realized, right? Yeah, so we're at 11.5 minutes now, and I don't know what number fight this is, but you know, if someone was countering, you know, we would know. But the thing is, I might run out of space before I can edit it, because you need space to edit with the system I'm using, and I don't like dumping stuff, like dumping chunks onto the laptop or hard drive, or you know, making space, because the way I'm doing it, I'm taking it off the drive that I'm dumping it on and having to chuck it on the phone, and if it's 90 minutes long or more than 90 minutes, I can't. You know, if I need the 90 or they need to do it that way, yeah, it's not going to let me do it because it's over. So yeah, I'm trying to cut out as much as I can, but I think I'm doing well because we're at 12 minutes now, and I don't know how much fights I've had with the bro from old Gizzy Welly. You know, I don't know how many fights that we have in this, but 35 minutes. You know, maybe 2 minutes around. Or we could probably squeeze, cut the time up and squeeze more rounds in there, because depending on how fast, I die or we beat each other, you know what I mean? But anyway, but yeah, look at that, I got no blood. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I appreciate these games too, because this is saturating my skill set and my fight IQ on the game, eh? you can say more wily like a coyote, Saleh. What? Oh yeah. This is how much I love this game and how passionate I am about it, eh? So just trying to take it easy and learn as much as I can, and in such a small amount of time, Ooh, I just won that. So he tried to do the middle kick, and I tried to do hard kick because I'm still using hard kick at the moment. You can see some of the stuff that I'm doing, just doing because either tired or just like clinging on to that because that's all I know, or running on fumes. Trying to solve different puzzles. Look at that, because that's crossover, man. He pinned me there, so there's no other way but to block, unless you want to get hit and then get dizzy and still get thrown, still get screw hold drive. See, like simple moves like a dragon would blimmin' help me with that. But yeah, I didn't learn that until after. Oh shit. Oh yeah, that is me. I chose. Lucky I pushed the record back again. I didn't think. I thought it was just gonna be blimmin' Ken all the way. But yeah, lucky I pushed record. That's what I mean. Trying to concentrate on watching two screens. What the time that I'm gonna have to edit, or what the time that's burning on the record, and getting ready to do something. If the phone goes, sorry, ran out of space. Having a backup plan. And it's enjoyable watching this. So that's why I'm gonna have to do the recordings as I'm playing. But then you're gonna hear the control in the background, being slammed and sonic boomed and fireballed and dragon hurricane blade kick. Oh man. Hey, the bro's waiting for me to do 100 legs. But look, I'm trying to do that, practice that knee. See that? I'm trying to practice that for some reason, and he's like, this dude's taking too long. See, this is how you know you're playing a beginner. You know what I mean? So me not smashing the car fast enough shows that I wasn't being courteous and to get the fight going. You know what I mean? Get the show on the road. I was just thinking, because maybe the bro wanted to have fun too and smash the car. I'm not really into smashing the car, because when you don't want to get a hiding in the corner, because some of the boys know how to jump over that side of the car, give you a hiding, and give the car a hiding. Kind of embarrassing. So we're on 16 minutes. Hopefully it's going to be 20 minutes. And hopefully this blimmin' whole ordeal. I'm going to see how much I can compress. Because the bro's probably the second or third person that I've had this much games with. Because, man, it helps. And that's another thing. If I want to leave and do something, I'm gonna have to pause that replay, which I don't think I can do, but I should research how to do it. because it would be awesome if I could just record it straight to the computer and yeah, pause the recording here on the phone, and then either go to the toilet or go get a drink, you know. So I've got to either get a GoPro. GoPros will be me, as long as you don't move your head around too much while you're recording, you know. But how much can a GoPro handle? Because just, mate, the SD card's gonna need a gig, but you can probably edit faster with a GoPro or something. So that's the reason why video capture cards, that's hardware, video capture cards, it's a hardware that can go inside a desktop, or video capture software that can go on the laptop. You know what I mean? Same with the desktop, the video capture software can go on the desktop, but a video capture card usually won't be able to fit in a laptop because the laptops are skinny as now. You know what I mean? That's why I'd rather use backwards technology sometimes. And that's what I was going to mention. Sometimes it's cheaper to use backwards technology to get a certain quality of product than going out and buying the gangsters gear. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty impressed with the quality of the videos that I'm doing with my phone and the laptop. Yeah? But hey, that's all we got to work with at the moment. Because I have to go dig my digital camera out, yeah, and use that. And then I got to charge the batteries for the digital camera or have it running off the plug, which is no good for the camera's batteries, but that's technology that's obsolete. So it should be able to use to be rubbish. But then, you know, some people like technology as ornaments. I know I do. You know? But the best thing is to utilize everything to, you know, to do some better stuff or get somewhere in the future instead of hoarding all these relics, like, you know, how we like our pop culture models and figurines. You know, some of it's just rubbish, you know, plastic, toxic rubbish. But anyway, everybody to their own. So yeah, so I got to figure out better ways of catching this footage. That's why I want to go get up to date, because after this page, I've only got 2 more pages left of 15 fights per page. So that's another 30 battles, and they range from 3 minutes to maybe 40 minutes per session, you know what I mean? And I'm doing this on a phone that has probably 30 to 40 gigs of space. It probably takes me an hour or 2 hours to clear every time I gather it. It's just unreal. Now we're doing Chun-Li, which is cool. So we're on 20 minutes now. So I know that now I can remember how some of these fights go, because I can see, you know, the players that I was using. I'm getting kind of tired now, but him doing that, and I've seen the boys do the helicopter and use the 100 leg kicks, you know. This is where I should be, you know, jamming with the bro and, you know, trying to really grimace it and do the grind and learn as much as I can. Because I'm absorbing as much as I can through both of us playing, eh? Phew, look at that. The blimmin' damage and the range you're using with that kick. And that's it. And we know which one is the first kick, I'm thinking. Because you can go first kick, middle kick, last kick, eh? And I was playing Steven, the Asian bro from the tournament and the silo. So I've gone Ken again, I think. Yeah. I've gone Ken again, and I'm thinking, yeah, let's see if I can get a win against Chun-Li with Ken. Because other than knowing how to be flexible enough to beat Chun-Li, because she's one of my scariest players to verse. I don't mind getting smashed by Zangief from Blanca, is because, you know, that's all day, because the other guy might be working harder than you because he's got a player that's not as flexible as yours. Meaning, like, Zangief don't have no fireballs. And it's a good balance where a character like that can use his suction grabs. You know what I mean? His range of grab is quite, should be the longest out of everybody. And then you've got Blanca, who's only got the electricity that comes close to a fireball, and other than his rolls in there, and his flexibility. And then you've got Vega, no fireball, but man, I think he's more athletic and flexible than definitely Chun-Li and Bison, because Vega's pretty fast in how he moves and jumps around. And here we go. So what? I don't even know what the time is. I better go look at the time. Hopefully it's not too early in the morning. But yeah, this is where I'm getting close to. I'm probably going to shave off 4 minutes. Hope it's not downing like that, because we've got another 9 minutes, because it's 32 minutes or 35 minutes. Yeah, 35 or 36 minutes this challenge with the bro. This free play or unranked match. Yeah, so we're at 24 minutes flat now, and I don't know how many fights I've had, but yeah, I wonder who's the longest. Because if we're coming to the end of the recording, yeah, I think the bros, yeah, because someone's been 40 minutes, I'm sure of it. I don't know who it is. See, so that's telling me to keep away. So now we know that someone's using auto fire. And I buzzed out because Fight Cade tells you. Well, it told me one time. It was cool that it lets you know. And yeah. Because you can auto fire everything, and that meaning throws too. I'm not going to say this. I'm not taking a stab at the pros, because I don't want to, mouth off too much and get slammed, for doing it. But if you make something easier for you in a difficult situation that you need to learn it manually or raw, that takes away a lot of the skill needed to, to play the game or do the task. Because if you're auto firing, right, and then we go, play on some of the gear that we've been playing on at the silo or maybe the comps, if most of your technique has with auto fire that has helped you win most of your matches and get your fight IQ up and your skills and your confidence, right, and the ego, right. And with their compensation, you go and challenge someone who's done it without auto fire or any, device enhancements to help your skill or your perception of your playing, just like auto aim or aim bots and first person shooters like COD and Mod, if you there's a chance you take that stuff away. You're going to have holes in your skill play, your skills that you use to play. Maybe I'm overanalyzing it, but hey, it is a factor. I think this is where I stick to Chun-Li for a little bit, and then what time is it? What time is it? Holy. Yeah, I didn't want this to happen, but it's bloody 5 o'clock in the morning. See, now I'm thinking to use auto fire, you know? And you can see me using that hurricane because it's strong, eh? Actually, sorry, that's the bro. Oh, look at me. Eh? Bro, either that high on the coffee I was tired or crashing. I'm starting to steal the cream again. That last one, so I'll show you here. My mouse is playing up a bit. I should plug another one in. So here, right, that was 32 minutes 45 seconds, yeah. Out of all that play, I don't know how many matches I had with the bro here, but thanks, my bro. But that was heaps. And so Fight Cade's recorded it at 32 minutes, right? And I managed to shave 5 minutes off that to keep the space. And now I'm burning some of that, what I've saved, on doing this. But it's 40 seconds at the moment, so I'm watching what I'm recording. Now, guess who shows up? And I'll check the date. The same date. So that was almost an hour to do that. Because look at the time here. It's 20, you know. So it's 11. It's almost like it's 20 to 12. So I was challenging Gizzy at 10 to 11. Right? It's like an hour and a half's passed or something. I don't know. It's just weird. And then this happens. I don't mean for that. Let me go back, and now I have to switch. You know, go down. So these are the pages. See, there's 1 or 2 there, right? And now I've finished recording half of 3, page 3. So I'll be up to date once I do 2 and 1. So I'm coming down here, and there goes the bro that was half an hour long. So it's 2 minutes now that I've burnt from that stuff I saved, and now I'm going to take on Swiss. So like I said, I'm taking on Swiss now. Okay, so here we go. I don't know what he's doing or what I'm doing. I think I'm trying to talk to him at the moment. Mate, I don't want to record this, like, too much of this stuff, eh? But I don't want to miss anything, because I can't rewind this. I can't rewind because I got no video capture cards or anything to record as I'm playing. But, bro, I don't know what. Okay, I'm going to just pause it. He just firewalled me. Hang on. See, I'm burning all that space I saved, eh? There we go. I don't know what I was doing, but here I am. That's cool. I do a few of those red ones. Ooh, in the face. Ooh, okay. There's a middle dragon. That knee. Lucky it's first to 3. Me and the bros our fights are pretty quick and enjoyable. But yeah. Oh, 2 kicks. Oh, sweet. Oh, I'll try to do the crossover. Oh, there we go. Oh, take that. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, you too, my bro. Cheers. Cut some seconds down, eh? Like pushing pause and. I don't mean to be a sad fellow, but me and the bro, me and Swiss's challenges, there's heaps of them, eh? Because he's one of the bros that has helped me out, like everybody else. But yeah, like, you know, starting to learn how to play this through the Fight Cade. And him. Oh, this is another 3 play as well. This is unranked as well. Oh no, it's not. I'm trying to watch it through the phone and it's gone a bit blurry and stuff. I'm glad he didn't get it perfect, yeah. I paused it thinking, I was watching something else. But it wasn't. Oosh. That hook is mean. Ooh, through the fireball, touched my hands. Smashed my hands like my wrists. Ooh, look at that middle kick, eh? I'm just kidding. Bro, get away, brother. Yeah, take that. Where's this coming from, eh? Where's this coming from? Hey, this is what I mean. This is why I like playing this fella, because I don't know if he's like giving me a chance or what. But that blooming stern or cautious bit of combos I did there. You have to do the pros. Because look at that. Yeah, because I'm playing catch up with the footage and that. Bloody, see, it's blurry. But, oh well, it is what it is. I'm not going to muck around with it too much. Because I was, now that I've learned what I learned, it's probably best to just record it, dump it, record it, dump it. But that first kick, man, is annoying me. But I know what annoys this fella. See, now it's going to focus. Yep. See? The camera just focused. Okay. I'm glad I did that. Oosh. Dragging my kick. Oh, sweet. That was the bro. Now, as you can see, I did something wrong there. Hang on. I'll turn that off. Damn it. Hang on, wait. Focus. I'm going to turn the backlight off. See what happens. Oh wow, it's not focusing. Maybe I do this. It's better. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh man. Anyway, let's get this out of the way. So what I'm gonna say here is I've challenged Swiss there. So Swiss challenged me, I accepted, and then over here I challenged Swiss, and then he accepts. See? Because if anybody wants to know why I'm always on player 2, one, I'm glad I get challenged on player 2 or ends up like that, because at the moment I'm one of those guys, like back in the day, it was usually certain beginners are only good on player 2 because the guy who's playing player 1 is usually trying to survive to clock the game, and you're taking his seconds, and you're always dubbing in on player 2 side. And that's why it used to crack me up. People were good at dragoning on player 2 side, and I was good at dragoning on player 1 side only because I just learned how to do it. And then when I jumped on player 2 side to dragon, because if you're right-handed, your left-handed would be on, the player 2 side, so it was easier for the left hand to put it into the corner to do the little C's or dragons in the corner. So that's why I'm glad this evolution here has taken the pressure off trying to blooming dragon on player 1 side. It's hard case because, I could prove that fact because it taught, from a certain point of view, I taught the nephews how to dragon standing still, like from the control being still, and then going straight into the corner and dragoning, without crouching. You know what I mean? And that's I think that's kind of advanced for people when they jump in. You're not crouching down to dragon them when they're jumping in. You're just standing there from a standing block. Or how I was talking to one of the boys in the solo park in the weekend about jumping back and landing and doing the defensive dragon like that. Oh, man, it's just anyway, it's a bit advanced, like, well, from my point of view anyway. But so yeah, so Swiss challenged me in that first video that you watched not too long ago, or you had, and then I accepted, and it was first to three, and then now I've challenged him, so I'm on player 1 side, and he's on player 2, which is probably pretty dangerous because, especially if pros can play both sides and the pros. Anyway, and I'm burning a lot of space that I'm saving, but I've got 7 matches to go, 7 games to go. That'll be the whole 15, and that means this page is done. But yeah, and then I'll mention that I am using the new Temu joystick, the $40 one, because I know there was only a couple of pages left, and I could check it from the date anyway, from when I bought it. But so there's more run around. But here we go. I'm gonna click on this. So 1 click to view the replay, and this is what's annoying me because it never used to happen. But I gotta double click this to make it bigger. It didn't work. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now rolling. So I wasted 4 minutes doing that. And this is a first to 5 match. So oh well, it is what it is. I want to make the content like this. That's how it's gonna go. And yeah, I'm on player 1 side. So it's very strange because I can dragon on this side by sticking it in the corner, but yeah, it has to be from standing sometimes. But I'm comfortable when someone tries to jump to approach the jammer in the corner, then dragon straight from there. Now I'm on the other side. Am I? No, confused now. Too much playing on one side too much. And it doesn't help that Hyperfighter made the name of the suit opposite, meaning it's, so the Redken's name's highlighted in blue, where you would think it'll be for the suit, But then again, they're probably doing this because sometimes when you have 2 things and you make one opposite to the other and signal, it's easier to tell them apart. But yeah, in this sense, so I'm low blood now, and we know we're bloody Swisses. Big dragon, good sweep, nice fireball. Yep, there you go. You're lucky. You're lucky, boy. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I went and checked the space on my phone. I got 17 gigs to play with. So I got to try see if 17 gigs will fit all the rest of the matches, but I think they will. Especially if me and Swiss's match is going to be this fast. But there's no point saving space if I'm not going to use it properly, you know what I mean? But I've been trying to. That's why if you guys are watching my videos, it's mainly for beginners, but the beginners want to sit through it. But, I could put marks up on YouTube, marks to where the key points are. But yeah, this is mainly for entertainment purposes. A disclaimer, but hey. Anyway, so I'm player 1. He's 1-1. This is the second fight. Alright. He's won first round. And there goes him dragoning me. So he's definitely red. Yep, take that. Take that. He's, I want to say, he's 4th best in New Zealand at the moment, right? And look how lippy I'm getting. So I'm hoping this is definitely the good Temu joystick. I'm sure of it. See, you'll probably see that I do more dragons on player 2 side than player 1's when I'm on player 1. Yep, pause. Fuck, I gotta turn that light back on behind me because it's bloody interfering with the camera's weird. See that nice uppercut fireball there? Ooh. See, that's pressuring me to bend down and block because I don't want to get swept or, certain attacks like from that height. So I can't stand up. He's going to hit me low, and when he jumps in, that's when I'll stand up. But then, because I'm player one side, I should be dragging him out of there, or anytime. So, if you watch any of the Ryu and Ken battles, being able to dragon things, when people go to think of doing something and you dragon it, just like you're trying to dragon Dalsum. Like when Dalsum tries to attack you with anything long, if it comes too close to you, you go bang, you're going hitting that dragon. That's why it's such a surprise, and especially when you dragon Goal's boot, or even because you might think it's minute, lemon dragoning each other's first. Well, I don't know if you can dragon the first kick, but you can definitely dragon the sweep. You know what I mean? So wherever your dragons are hitting people, yeah, that's the buzz. So if I'm challenging Swiss and doing certain things now, the control has changed, right? And my skills have gotten better from using the Kaka control, and using the better control is getting used to it. But I can't remember what I was going to say, got to do with changing control. Oh, and you'll see certain combos and different things coming out at this point. Yeah? So, yeah, because I've challenged, because I'm on player one side 0 and Swiss is 3. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. I thought he was going to fireball in, and I was trying to touch him on my leg. Ooh, nice crossover. So there was a hurricane to cross over, or just to get on the other side to dragon. See, so this is, at the moment, 0 to 4. 4 going to Swiss. Ooh, there goes that crossover. Yeah. Oh, he did it back. Ooh. See that? That looked like the hook dragon, eh? Ooh, he got me. So that was round 1. This is the last one of this battle. So he's up 1 round. Ooh, nice jumping and punch. Just look at him. Oh, eh? But he's like a beginner that knows how to dragon on player 2 side, eh? Because especially with Ken, you need the dragon. Ooh, nice 3-piece. Ooh, yes, Solly. Like I said, I don't know how to pronounce the bro's name, but I'm gonna call him Cocaine because it's more cooler, you know what I mean? And I like that song by Eric Clapton, Cocaine. Yeah. So I am on player 2 side. Sweet. Oh yeah. So I'm working hard. Yeah. Yeah, another thing, to not make, I want to pick myself up and I should be just more humble, but, my ego's kicking in. So I've got the new joystick now, right? Putting it through its paces, getting used to it, right? Because it's got 8 buttons, this joystick, and it's more spread out better than the Timu joystick, But, what was I going to say? Yeah, so I get up to the footage because there's I think it's either 3 combos that I do, and I know I was telling Swiss about doing a 4 piece, not a 5 piece. I know I didn't do a 5 piece, but it felt like I was doing a 5 piece, but it's not. So I'm going to find that footage, and I'll pause that. And there we go again. This is the second fight, first to 3, first round. Yeah, so because this is when I'm starting to, get my cognitive skills used to putting my fingertips flat down on the buttons and using like all 6 like a touch typing, because that's how I seen the pros do it. So they're using like the index finger and the thumb for the first punch is the index finger, and the thumb is for the first kick, and then you've got your middle finger for the middle punch, right? And the 4th finger on my right hand, or the right hand, is on the strong punch, which is punch 3, right? And so the hand movements you're doing, where you can just use the bottom of your knuckle on your middle finger to hit the middle kick, if you're going to do it's just out of it. And this will transfer, it will have to transfer to Killer Instinct, if the boys know what's up with Killer Instinct. And that's probably why Mortal Kombat was so fast, because you could use your middle finger's knuckle to hit the block and hold the block on Mortal Kombat, because it was 5 buttons. It was high punch, and then where small kickers on the 5 button for Mortal Kombat, it was like where the first kickers, that's low punch, and then it goes block from left to right, block, and then it goes high kick, which is where hard punch is, and relative to that, at the bottom of high kick would be low kick. Right? But that's still a different game, different setup, different dynamics still. But that's like memorizing keys on an instrument. There's not very many keys, but still there's some advances to it. So at the moment we're on 4 minutes, and the bro challenged me, so he's on player 1 side, so he won this, and I'm on player 2 side, which makes me the Purple King. Yeah, so yeah, me at the moment, I'm able to do probably more flexible stuff with the combos, and trying to get used to moving my fingers and spread them around and make my playstyle and ergonomic positioning while with the control and my setup that I got, and trying to learn, these blooming combos and the combinations and how you tap it. So me, especially the uppercut fireballs. I should have recorded myself doing the practicing. I'm glad I won that. I wasn't supposed to pause it then, but lucky I unpaused it, because I can't be going back and forth editing the same, like double handling the footage or the content. Anyway, so yeah, doing these moves, right? And oh man, it's just, I'm a bit tired. I think I'm crashing off the coffee. I'm gonna have to probably have another coffee. But yeah, I'm just gonna focus on recording and just saying what we're doing. And yeah, I won that. So it looked like I won that comfortably, but hey. So that's 1-2. See, I'm practicing it on the computer with training mode. This is different to actually doing it. Like, so some of the bros that are good can do the uppercut fireballs without you being dizzy. They can just do them on your block, right? If you're doing the combos on your block, especially from a crossover, that means you're getting up to 4 to 5 hits. And that's the reason why, remember this, obviously in fighting, you can give them a 3-piece eh? Or 3-piece and a soda, 4-piece, and it's American slang adding that soda into it, but hey, so yeah, I want to see what it looked like, what my combo looks like, because I've only done a few combos. I'm not worried about the uppercut fireball because it was amazing trying to do fireballs and just coming out with the uppercut fireball, especially like when you start doing jump and punch uppercut fireball. Oosh. I wonder if I would step and do a dress. So that last fight was me versing cocaine. But so I'm versing the bro now, and I've challenged him. So I'm on the player one side. So to me, for my skill set, I've got a disadvantage, even though I learned on player one side. But I'm versing dudes that are pretty good, and I'm not used to this control at the moment. I need to check when I started playing with this new control. I'm damn glad it's not the bloody teaming one. But anyway, Ryu's a bit slower, but more stronger in his Hurricane and Fireball. So we've been told, because Ken looks fast and sporadic. Because if you think about it, he does his Hurricane and hits you multiple times than how Ryu hits you a couple of times with his Hurricane because it's so strong and it's slower. And his Fireballs, he's, on the stage, he missed. One of the cousins nicknamed him Mr. Fireball because it's all he does on his stage. So I am player one. Yep, and I'm losing. Yeah, see that? The bro jumped. I don't know if he done kick Hurricane, but he jumped Hurricane and went above my Fireball. And the bro's bad musk. Now I tell you what, a real good Ryu user, to me, can use the shit out of Ken. Because I buzzed out, like playing World Warrior and picking Ryu because, he looked cooler, right? And watching Ryu's dragon go straight up in the air and Ken's dragon, come out a bit. I wonder how the distance that Ken's dragon used to cross the screen compared to Hyper Fighter, and to World Warrior. But because what I noticed is that a lot of dudes that used Ken, his attack is so aggressive and fast with his dragons, right? And his Hurricane, man, he was more flexible than Ryu. So he's like Ryu, but his dragon travels far. So one of the main defensive maneuvers is strength. Is strong. Oh, yep. So this is first to 5. Oh, we're going to Mr. Fireball's. Oh no, I thought it was Mr. Fireball's stage. There goes me jumping in with that first punch. I'm glad it worked. I didn't know if it was going to work, but I just tried it anyway. See how slow that Hurricane is? Oh yeah. Well, I think that was supposed to be a dragon. So this dude is an English boy, I think, and he's kicking my ass. It's a pretty cool game. Yeah, he's on that side now, and now I'm on Mr. Dragon side. Ooh, silly. Yeah. If I had known what I knew, that what I knew now, maybe I would have challenged people different. because I selected 5 so I could get used to how they play, try to read how they play. But but you can change it. Someone can just adjust their play style, after watching what you play and the time you take to initiate to do things. I'm glad I beat him that time. Beat him with that. Ooh, he got me. All right. Yeah, so this is me trying to play player 1 with my new control. Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to compensate, trying to get used to dragging on player 1 side, because it's different when you're under pressure or you're in the heat of battle trying to do things. Because the opponents don't move like the computer, because with this experience we know how the computer moves, bits and time and gap with what they do. They're not so frantic and sporadic like a human player. So this is when I So this is when I start finding out, well, I found out, well, I should know that you can throw from a hurricane. So this, if you can see how I fight, especially Ryu, one of my offensive or attacking moves is a hurricane. And some of the boys have been waiting till they come closer, or the range of the hurricane runs out, and I drop just straight before them, land on the ground, and then they throw me. Now I'm taking on Blanket. So I'm glad I stopped his. Yeah, because he was gonna. You could say if we were playing Yuka, he was gonna get a march on me. Hey, so that's just no stops, no breaks, and get all the points. You know what I mean? Oosh. I'm glad I'm taking on a Blanca like this, because the bro Muskie is pretty bad and he's using Blancos and I'm on player 1 side. Because playing on player 2 side too much, made me more defensive and not use my offensiveness or attack capabilities or learning that. So I should be able to win against a Blanca dude a certain way, especially if they don't use Blanca that much. But it's, in my mind, I should be respecting Blanca probably more than women, Ryu and Ken, because I can come back and destroy Ryu or Ken, because I'm a Ryu user that's using Ken, because Ken's flexibility is easier to play. And but I'm forgetting, see, that middle punch or that first punch, that's like Zangief's, it gets over you jump. And bloody Blanca jumps so high anyway, like a bloody Vega or Chun-Li. Nice crossover there by me. So dragon there, but I can't pull dragons off at the moment like the other boys. At the drop of a hat, man. Look at that bloody up kick, that just jumps straight up and do that. Man, so annoying. But hey, it is what it is. See, strong dragon now would be good. Strong dragon. Not when they're jumping in, when they're walking up, or when they're coming close. You need to be able to drag and the character touch the other character with a certain part of that dragon coming across the screen, especially with Ken, because that'll take the pressure off and take energy off them as they're trying to approach you. Yep, then you got the new controller now. So I'm probably confident in trying to challenge people, but I need to get some games in and see if anybody want to challenge me. Like, I might have a name out there, but testing the waters with the ego, I don't know. But yeah, one person I shouldn't have tried to challenge like that though was Baby Arms, because Baby Arms is pretty good, and I like the name. Because Baby Arms reminds me of the baby of Captain Commando that drove the robot. And that was a cool game, especially because everybody used to use the mummy dude, which was Mac. It had the twin knives. It was like Final Fight, made by Capcom. Yeah, Captain Commando, and Captain Commando would wear an armored suit. He had like power arms and that. And then you had the mummy dude. He looked like a Negro, but he was wrapped in I want to say toilet paper, but with a backwards cap wrapped in toilet paper, and he had these cool knives. They had like certain handles on them. Oh, and it had a ninja dude, right? And then it had a baby inside an exosuit. So the baby had a pacifier. He looked like a boss baby, but not with the same eyes. But he had the pacifier, and he just had his nappy on, right? And he was sitting inside the robot, like it kind of looked like Ed 209. But yeah, you'd walk around and use him, and it's a side scroller, so like a Final Fight or Streets of Rage. Yeah, a lot of people like using the ninja. I don't know if it was Hanzo, but Mac and a few dudes use Captain Commando. But the thing is, they would come on sometimes they'll put those retro games. They'll put those retro games on Street Fighter machines, like 6 buttons, and only have 2 controls. But some of those games you could probably have 4 players. I don't know, because they came out with Ninja Turtles and it was a 4-player, and I've seen some Ninja Turtles where it's a 4-player, but you only got 2 controllers because it's on that machine. I'm sure, because they used to versatile mix and match. Anyway, so the baby had the exosuit, and he would use that, jump around. This is what Baby Arms reminds you of. It's like a cool name, thinking of the Capcom and the genre of games, related into the bro's name. And calling yourself Baby Arms, you're probably pretty strong and good at streety. But then the senses, like I was talking about the bro from Rio, who was called Stone Fist. And there's the reason why. So I'm not hoping that this fella is Baby Arms for real, but that it's also, an Afro-American mock. So he won that round. So we're 1-1. So he's already winning two fights out of the 5. But I think this is the first time me playing Baby Arms, So I'm learning how to, combat this dude, and his skill set. Ooh. So this is the 4th match. Fourth fight match. I don't know. There's different ways of saying it, but yeah, this is the 4th game me and Baby Arms is having. So when you're at this stage, like in first to 5, you want to win the next 5, so that'll be 8 games. That's if you win them consecutively. Oh, and I'm getting what Swiss was saying. So Swiss doesn't mean that you have to win the first 3 or first 5 of the number of the first to 3 or first to 5. You just have to win maybe 3 or 5 consecutive, and this will be the time to do it, or any time. So you could be on your last fight. So you could whichever player, player 1 or 2 could get to 4 to your 0, and if you win 5 consecutive, all right, then I think you get the level up. Whoosh. I'm wondering who hurricane then. Yeah, I needed something. Only 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh, shit. Well, I'm lucky I was walking up into that dangerous fella, man. If I could... So if I can at least win one fight against someone, I don't care how many they win against me. Because it shows that I've got a chance. But these dudes, see, look at this, I'm just getting the floor mopped with me, or me mopped, the floor's getting mopped with me. But the thing is, alright, my skills are coming up, my skills are evolving, you know, I'm strengthening the muscle memory of that and confidence. Especially if they're having to choose dudes that they know how to use and they're very hard to combat with their skill set, you know. See, that's dope. I like doing dragons like that. It's so cool to be able to hit someone, like, as they're falling into the ground, you hit them again. Especially with the dragon. Like, that's sweet. Ooh. Okay. So he